How long have you been using Real Geeks?
I've owned Summit Home Consultants since 2001, and we've been using Real Geeks now for 2.5, 3 years. And I'm the broker owner of Summit Home Consultants in Phoenix.
What percentage of your business is generated by Real Geeks?
Year to date, as a company, we've generated, just over $700,000 in gross commission income. That includes internet leads and our Sphere SOI, that sort of thing. And Real Geeks represents just over $200,000 of gross commission income for us this year, or I don't know what that breaks out on a percentage, 25% or so, something like that. We spend about $3,500 a month on Real Geeks. That includes the pay-per-click and the pay-per-click management, and then the monthly fee that we pay Real Geeks. We're all in at about $3,500 a month, which, year to date, what is that, $28,000 we're into it year to date, and we've generated, like I said, just over $200,000 in gross commission income.
What has been your experience with online real estate platforms?
Before Real Geeks, I was mainly a WordPress user. I had a WordPress site with, I went through Diverse Solutions for a while, and then I went through IDX Broker for a while, and we just weren't getting the leads. I mean, we had nice, pretty sites that everyone said, oh, the pictures are beautiful, it's a really nice, clean site and all that. And then we finally realized that, we were getting a couple leads a week from the thing. So we jumped into Real Geeks, like I said, 2.5, 3 years ago. And, when I talked to Jeff Manson years ago about this, it was fairly new at the time, Real Geeks was, and he and Nick Kramer at the time were telling me these numbers on bounce rates were, in the 20% area, 20 to 30%. People were staying on site for 7-8 minutes. They were looking at 8 to 10 pages per visit and all that. And I'm looking at my analytics for my WordPress site, and they were nothing even close to that. I mean, to give you an example, our bounce rate on our best WordPress site we ever did was like 70%, and right now we're running like 25% with our Real Geeks site, and have been for, sometimes it's a little lower, sometimes it's a little higher, but our average, I looked at it before the call today, and year to date, it's right at 25%. I'll pull this up so I can kind of talk intelligently about it, but like our average session duration is over 4 minutes on our site, and with the WordPress deal, we were, generally like lucky to get a minute and a half. Our new sessions about a third of our visitors are new, which means 2/3 of our visitors every day are returning visitors, which is huge for us. That definitely has helped with our conversion rate, people coming back to the site over and over again. So, just when they told me these numbers compared to what I was getting with WordPress, I was like, there's no way, these guys are full of crap. And then, we signed up for this thing and started running the pay-per-click, and lo and behold, we started with those numbers and we're still there, Our cost per lead generally runs anywhere from $10 to $15 a lead, depending on, what month it is. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher. So, overall, it's just, compared to the WordPress deal, there's no comparison. And the other cool thing is, about a year and a half ago, we were able to run our Real Geeks site up against a pretty major competitor out there that I won't mention here, but what we found, we were able to run our Real Geeks site against that site for 90 days. And one of the biggest issues that we saw was the unsubscribe rate for the other site was dramatically higher than we had for Real Geeks. Our agents didn't like the back end. It was a little too complicated. The beauty of Real Geeks is that it's very simple, especially for our agents to use, yet it does what it's supposed to do, which is drip properties to people and create leads for us that we can convert.
What would you say to someone researching the different platforms available to real estate agents?
Well, if someone was trying to decide between WordPress or Real Geeks, it depends on what they want the site to do. If they just want an online business card that's pretty and has great pictures and and whatever, then a WordPress site's going to be fine for you. But if you want a site, excuse me, if you want a site that's going to generate leads that you can turn over into sales, which is what we want in our business, then Real Geeks becomes a no-brainer. I mean, I know there's other options out there. I've looked at them, and some of the prices you pay are just over the top, ridiculous compared to what you can get a Real Geek site for. I mean, it's great that they keep their price down at a point where it's affordable for people, and then you can spend as much as you want on the pay-per-click to increase. That's the beauty of pay-per-click. I mean, it's like turning a faucet on or off. If you want more leads, you spend more money and you get more leads. And it allows you it allows you some flexibility. I mean, if you have a run where you've got a couple of agents that for one reason or another leave your team and go somewhere else, you can turn down the leads for a while. If you hire 3 or 4 more agents, you call your pay-per-click guy. We use Nick Kramer, who does a fantastic job for us. We just call him and say, "Hey Nick, crank up the leads," and boom, the next day they're coming in. The key with any of these sites that you hear over and over in the training, and our biggest challenge, is conversion. It's not creating the leads. That's the easy part. It's providing the training and the accountability that you have to provide as a team leader, as a broker, to get people to convert these things. So for us, it's a great solution. They've got great customer service, and it's very affordable.